What's up, YouTube? This is your boy D-Will the Gamer back at you with another Madden 25 online ranked match, and this time I actually take the Colts against the New York Giants. And I know y'all like D-Will, you just got beat by the Colts last game, man. Yeah, I know that. That's exactly why I picked the Colts in this next game because after what they did to me, I was like, man, I gotta see if what they did to me is just that good of a team, or if it was just my skills. But you see right here, we break them off with an opening kickoff return for the TD, and I was really happy about that because he didn't even see my offense yet, and I already got points on the board. So anything I do is new, you know what I'm saying? I can hit it with some read option, speed option, I can hit it with some pass and run. You know what I'm saying? That anything I do is gonna be new to him. So you know, he comes out, and right here I was like, man, I know this BS ain't gonna happen. This nigga, as soon as I get one, he gonna get one. I mean, score your touchdowns your own way. But nah, we stopping him at the 21-yard or the 22-yard line, and comes out with a pass, and I'm like, come on, bro, you can't run with Eli, man. I can see if you had Aaron Rodgers or some other white kid that can run, but I mean, you got Eli. He a passer, pass the ball. So he ends up hitting us with some screen, well, not some screen, but well, yeah, it was a screen pass, but yeah, and he fumbled that one. So he goes back out. Goes over the middle. Oh, not over the middle. Out route to Randall, but it runs up the field, and I'm like, man. I mean, I didn't think he got that first down, but he hits us with some no huddle right here. He hit us with quite a few no huddle in this game. But I was like, you know, I'm gonna just try to do my best to just stop him, you know, because if I can get a stop, you see that we stopped that run. But I was like, if we can get a stop, man, I'm in pretty good position. He haven't even seen my offense, and we already leading, so you know he goes over the middle right there, and thank goodness he had bad users. It was a bad users by both of us for real, but he ends up not scoring on that one. So he comes out and he has another opportunity too, and he goes over the middle. I was hoping we could have got the pick right there, but you know we end up just forcing an incomplete pass, and he ends up settling for the field goal, which I'm really happy. You know, we already scored early and we stopped him, and he settled for a field goal, so I'm really happy about that. So we come back out, and unfortunately, it's you know, I tried to do a little trickeration right there, but nah, it didn't really work. But it's cool, you know, we got it out to the 20-yard line, so I'm gonna try to hit him with something. And on the first play, we hit him with some screen pass to Ahmad Bradshaw. You know, the quick, speedy little back that destroyed me in the last game. You know, if you haven't seen that video, go ahead and watch it. You know, I might have spoiled it, but you know, go back and watch it. You know, it's a learning tool for me. You know what I'm saying? But yeah, I want to use Bradshaw a lot because, I mean, you see we hurdle right there. But yeah, I wanted to use him a lot because, I mean, he destroyed me when I was playing him. So I was like, you know, I'm going to just test out the run game. And if I don't have to pass, then I won't pass. But, you know, don't want to be too one-dimensional. So we come out with a pass to Darius Hayward-Bay, who's one of the faster receivers. Excuse me. One of the faster receivers on this game. But hey, he comes out and get a little whack sack with JPP, just Pierre-Paul. But, I mean, he's nice with it. So, you know, come back at us. So he was sending a little bit of pressure, so I went to Bradshaw on the screenplay, and we end up scampering in for a nice little 36-yard pass completion. And I'm in really good field position. 14-3 in the first quarter, about to go into the second. And you know, his offense has been pretty stagnant. You know, my defense has been pretty good. You know, besides that besides that long run he had on the kickoff, I probably would have not even gave up that field goal. Hopefully. But you know, it's harder to score in the red zone, so I'll give that to him. But yeah, we come back out. He's going real pass heavy, so I only decided to rush 3. And right here, I was hoping we could have got that pick right there, but we ended up knocking it down. But you know, so he comes back out for another pass play, and I'm like, give me that. I mean, which we all know that user was not in bounds. Like, he actually tried to challenge it. He like pressed the start button, and I guess he couldn't find the challenge because it didn't show up. So hey, that was a good look for me, man. Appreciate that one. But yeah, so we come back out after getting blessed on that last play, which really shouldn't have went for us, but it did. So I come back out, you know, decide to hit him with some read option, but spin right there. Probably should have spun twice, you know, but yeah, he comes out and he hits it. So I'm like, let me go to the air on this one. We end up hitting Hayward-Bay over the middle of the field for a nice little reception. So I was expecting some pressure right here by him, but I guess our line was just blocking. Right there I thought I got in, but then we go to the #1 called 1-yard play in Madden history, probably the quarterback sneak, which is almost impossible. Pretty much impossible. I won't say impossible, but it's almost impossible to stop. And come back out, and I was like, man, I can't let this man get a nice run again to But yeah, he comes back out and we end up stopping that with easy. So yeah, so I'm like, man, even if he scores, I'm gonna be okay. But I don't want him to score. I don't want anybody to score on me. Period. I don't want him to get a field goal on me. I don't want him to score. Period. If I'm blowing them out, I really don't want him to score because I want to get a stump. You know what I'm saying? But he had already scored, so I was really like, man, if I can get a turnover on downs, a turnover period, or get him to punt me the ball, I'm happy. But he ends up hitting Wilson out of the backfield, streaking up the field, which was a nice little play. You know, a nice little, you know, it was a cute little play. But right here we get the pick with Mathis, my man. You know what I'm saying? And he actually ends up quitting this game. But you know who I am. I'm D. Will. There's absolutely no way that I'm going to hit you with with a quick little video like that. So I actually decided to give you a little feature, a little double. Right here is one of the actually one of the first videos I rendered, and the quality is a little bit messed up, you know, because I was new to, you know, the rendering, you know, to get my videos right. So it isn't that good of, I mean, the quality is okay, you know, but yeah, but I decided to upload it on this one since I had, you know, a quick game. So yeah, I actually take the Carolina Panthers and I go up against the Philadelphia Eagles. I mean, we all know that the Eagles are a tremendous team on this game, you know, with the offense that they have and Chip Kelly's offense. But my man Williams didn't know nothing about it. We end up breaking them with a long run right here with my man D'Angelo Williams. End up hitting him with the little stop right there, but you see we fumble. Oh my goodness, I shouldn't have got greedy. That's 100% my fault for getting greedy, man. I'm like, but I'm still like, Williams, you got to hold on to that ball. We can't give up possessions like that, especially against the Eagles. Because, you know, I mean, you know the Eagles, man, they can score on you. They can put up points huge at any time, man. He has LaShawn McCoy, so I knew he was going to try to hit the outside. So I just kept going to the outside, and he ends up hitting us over the middle with Riley Cooper. So he had a pretty nice little offensive package, you know, hit us with the run. Hit us with the run on a few plays, you know. Might throw in some read option then, mostly runs and counters, and you know, some passes when I figured that out. So he had a really nice offensive game. So I'm like, can't let this one get out of hand. You know, this is one of my earlier videos, so if I don't know what's going to happen next, excuse me about it, because I really wasn't ever going to upload this one, but you know, I decided to, you know. So he comes out, he scores first, you know. So I'm like, we giving up the ball early. He gets the ball first in the second half. He already had 7, and this isn't that good of a look for me. So I'm like, I'm gonna have to step up my offensive game. Well, not my offensive game, because my offense was looking pretty good. I'm gonna just have to step it up on defense 2 times over. So we go back to Williams, even though he had just fumbled and he gets smashed right there. But thank goodness he holds on to the ball. So I'm like, you know, he's probably expecting a pass right here. So I'm gonna run it again, because honestly, I did want to hit him with a lot of run right here, because you know, I was expecting him to think I was going to go to the pass, you know, with Cam Newton, with him being a speedy quarterback but also accurate down the field. So I was like, you know, if I hit him with a lot of run right here, we hit him with some speed option. Was hoping I could have got, you know, a few more yards on that one, but we ended up picking up the first down. But you know, I had a nice little balance, you know, run. But then, you know, I eventually do go to the pass, you know, go back to my love. But first we kept on hitting him with the run. So after I was saying that he had the run pretty much covered up, because that's all I've been doing, I decided to open it up with the pass, because we all know I got some passing skills. And right here, I end up running again, because everybody was pretty much covered. I had a few guys up the field, but decided to run with Cam Newton, you know, Mr. Elusive, Mr. Power Back. You know, so we end up hitting up with a huge run right there. So I'm like, he might think I'm going back to the run. So I end up going to Greg Olsen over the middle of the field, and we end up getting almost a touchdown, 4-yard line. You know, so I decided to go back to the pass, which I probably should have ran right there, because I had absolutely nobody open. But I decided to go back to the run, you know, and hit it with D'Angelo Williams right there. You know, a nice little game right there. But yeah, I was like, I had to pretty much figure out what he was going to end up doing as we end up getting the touchdown. But yeah, I was like, I had to figure out what he was doing, because you know, it would look like he would blitz, but then everybody would drop back into coverage. So that was really making me stop going to the run, because I didn't want him to, you know, either run, commit a blitz, and I end up getting a loss. So that's why we go to the pass, but then everybody would drop back into coverage. And you know, it was pretty nice. It was a pretty smart defense that he was playing. That he was playing. But Comes back out with Mike Vick and his high-powered offense, and you know he goes back to the run. I mean, it was working. Hey, ain't broke, don't fix it. And he ends up fumbling, but you see he gets the fumble recovery with the offensive line, and you know we got to capitalize on those. You know, I fumbled, he capitalized. He fumbles and he gets the fumble back, but you know, you don't need to cry about it. Just come back out here, force a fumble, force a pick, you know, force a turnover on downs. Just don't let him get a touchdown. He can even get the 3 points. I know I just said I don't want him scoring, period. But, I mean, you see he goes over to Deshaun Jackson, who is, I think, yeah, he is the fastest receiver on the game. So that's going to be a hard matchup. Got to make sure I always have a cornerback and safety help wherever he is. But, you know, we also do got Ted Ginn Jr., who is one of the most, probably one of the best kick returner and punt returners we've seen in our generation of. Probably the best has been Devin Hester, of course. Probably the best all time. He is go over and do a risky pass with Greg Olsen. As you see, his defense was pretty smart. You know, he started only rushing 3 because he saw that I completely abandoned on the run game of mine, and we just scampered out of the backfield with Cam Newton, who is Mr. Elusive. You know, wish we could have got a few more yards. I always wish I can get more yards, but yes, we go back to the pass. You know, as you see, I completely abandoned the run. We go to my man Steve Smith, who has been doing that for over a generation now. You know, the man is just amazing. You know, I've always been a fan of Steve Smith. But yeah, so hit him with some no huddle right here. You know, the half is coming to an end. So, you know, I come back out. Really didn't know. Honestly, I don't know what play this is. Oh, okay, I went to the comeback route with Steve Smith. So yeah, I really didn't want to leave him any time left on the clock. So I go back to the run, try to keep the ball on the ground, and then we go to Greg Olsen with an out route. That's who I thought I was going to go to. But yeah, I'm just standing back. Yeah, he had everybody back in the coverage. So yeah, he had everybody. Yeah, you see, this was a long time ago. I probably should have watched it. But yeah, he had basically everybody back in the coverage. So I just stood back there and just waited till he parted, and I finally got it. So, you know, Squib, don't want to give up anything. Don't want to give up anything to let him get in field goal range for a field goal kick. So, you know, he comes back out, goes to an out route, and we pick it off from my man Norman. You know, so that actually works out great for us. We still have another timeout left, and we end up going to Steve Smith on the out route and just getting out of bounds. And this worked out beautifully for us because we gave up an early pick, and we go back out to Steve Smith just to make sure that our kicker has a pretty easy kick for the field goal right here. So now we're up 3. Well, we're down 7. Gave up an early turnover, but then he ends up throwing the pick and leaving us enough time for the field goal at the end of the half. So the second half comes, he gets the ball first, of course, and we're up 3 points. So I'm really happy right now. You know, I'm like, even though that turnover happened, I still managed to have the lead because, I mean, it could have been a tie game going up. And he could possibly be hitting me with a 7-yard, be up 7 yards, but, you know, I end up being up 3. So he hits me with another run by LaShawn McCoy. You know, LaShawn McCoy has had a really amazing game on the, rushing the ball. And then Mike Vick, of course. I mean, the read option with them is really hard. I mean, it's really hard to defend. And this was early in my Madden career, so I was like, man, you know, I was like, if he starts going into that read option, then it's going to be a long day for me. But I still did have my high-powered offense. But not high-powered, but I'm high-powered with him. You know, I just got them skills. But yeah, so we come back out, and we end up going back to the ground game that we actually just neglected with Williams, as I hurdle again, which you see I don't learn. I fumble hurdle, and I do it again. But go over to Olsen right there, and we just got it. Probably should have been a pick. You know, if he used that right, he could have. And I get blasted by Williams. So I come back out with a run, and I really didn't want. I put Stewart in just because I was like, you know, Williams is getting blasted, and he hasn't really had that explosiveness. So I'm gonna put in Stewart, and you see we break it to the outside. I mean, Stewart, they have a nice 1-2 punch with Williams and Stewart. You know, Williams is kind of he got some elusiveness, but he got some strength to him too. You know, he got to break tackles, and then Stewart, you see what should have left Stewart in, man. Williams was another fumble, and honestly at this point I was like, man, if he scores right here, this game is over, because I don't see myself stopping him. So I was like, I gotta at least get a turnover or something. And that was really my mindset at this point. And I was like, man, I can't believe he done fumbled twice in this game. And Williams is pretty short-handed. You know, he's a pretty good running back. This year, of course, he's been tremendous this year. But, I mean, I was really upset by that one. But, you know, you win some, you lose some. But I wasn't planning on losing this game. So I was like, I gotta grind. So I come back out, and he's hit me with a lot of run right here. You see he picks up a huge game with LaShawn McCoy. And that sucked right there, man. I mean, but, you know, there's still time. We got a whole nother quarter left. So I was like, you know, just keep, you know, probably should have been blitzing a little bit. I was still in the man defense. He hits me with a long run by Brown. But, yeah, I was like, as long as he doesn't go back to that option, because I was doing quarterback contain. So if he did decide to run with him, I had somebody right there to tackle him. But I wanted to blast Mike Vick, you know. If I didn't, right there, I guess I didn't do a quarterback contain. But I was like, I want to blast Mike Vick, where if I don't blast him, I want to at least get the fumble, you know. Because, you know, sometimes fumble happen on the smallest of hits. But you see he ends up getting a touchdown with LaShawn McCoy, which sucks. But, I mean, we still got time to come back. You know, I'm refusing to give up. So, you know, we come back out. Ted Ginn Jr. got 1 quarter left. Ted Ginn, I'm coming out with him, and almost, you know, I tried to break that one, but we couldn't. So come back out, Cam Newton, my man, Killer Cam, and we go back to a comeback route with LaFleur. And wish I could have cribbed that one because it would have gave me more time, but you know, so we back out here. You know, he's still in that same, only rushing 2 guys. Got 2 guys on the quarterback contain. And I'm like, man, I just got to wait for somebody to get open. So I just run through the middle of the field. I mean, everybody was pretty much covered. I mean, I hate this defense that he was in, man. I mean, it's whack. You know what I'm saying? Rush 2 guys and have the other 2 line trying to stop the quarterback from running. I mean, just play your defense. I mean, I know that is a defense, but it's a whack one there. Right here, we end up somehow getting that pass to Hickson. So it's a sense of urgency for me, you know. You know, I gotta get the early touchdown so I can come back out and have enough time to at least, if I don't get the, which isn't likely, get the when we go to Hickson and end up scoring. But if I don't get the 2-point, not the 2-point conversion, the onside kick, then you know Williams drops it again. Of course, probably should have went to Olsen right there. But you know, I'll have enough time to get the ball back, which is what I do right here with the 3 minutes left. So we're down by 5. And I'm like, I got to get a stop. I got to get a pick. I got to get something. I hope he keeps running, you know, probably throw some different blitzes at him, throw some zone blitzes, and end up stopping that run game that he's been killing me with all game. So, comes out, and he goes to the pass, and I'm just like, man, I can't let Vic run all over, man. You see, if he had a better quarterback right there, sometimes I've seen quarterbacks complete that pass, and he goes to the run, which I honestly knew he was going to go to the run right there. So quarterback contain and send some pressure. And so then we go into some zone right here, and we just knock it out of Riley Cooper's hand. So now he has a big decision, 4th and 13. Does he want to go for it? And he does. So I'm like, oh my goodness, we get this. Oh, we get the stop right there. I'm so happy. You know, he probably should have punted that, but you know that pride. So come back out with Jonathan Stewart, and at this point, I was honestly sick of Williams. I mean, dropping passes. I mean, that pass was pretty much contained, but I like, man, I'm gonna just end this game with Stewart, you know, and he was fresh. You know, once you get to the end of the game, you know, even if no matter how long they're out of the game, some guys just stay winded. So I mean, and Stewart was still fresh, and right here we throw the pick. And I mean, it was just, you know, early in my Madden, you know, I was just stupid. Thought I could fit that in there. I could have ran and possibly picked up a touchdown, but you see, you know, we can't win them all, you know. But you know, we come out, we put some pressure on Vic. You know, we still have a chance to win this game, though, you know. But ends up coming out and hitting us with this run by LaShawn McCoy and getting a huge run right here. And I mean, at this point, I was just like, man, this game is over. You know what I'm saying? He gets that humongous run right there. So right now, I'm just thinking about blitzing everybody and they mama, sending some people out of the stands, get the water boy a jersey, put him on the field, get the coach 30 years young out there, put him on the field, just everybody blitz. Because I knew what he was going to do. He was going to go to LaShawn McCoy, or he was going to do some read option. So yeah, he comes out and hits us with a crazy little run right here, which almost worked for him, but you know, it doesn't. So he ends up settling for the field goal. few seconds left. I'm trying to stop the clock because, you know, basically he can just run the time off the clock and leave me like a second left. So that's what he does, and he ends up kicking the field goal right here and ends up getting over with the game. So yeah, that's it. You know, I wasn't going to give you this one just because of the render settings, but I mean, it was a pretty good game, even though I ended up losing. But yeah, like the video, subscribe, comment, and this D with a game on. As you know, out of here. Salute.